Hey everybody, how's it going? Steam Genie here, and welcome to another brand new playthrough. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. I'm going to be doing a new playthrough on my Nintendo Switch because I've just been playing this Switch I got. I just got the OLED, and I bought these three new games: Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Pokemon Scarlet. And as you can see, these are all my games as of the moment. Mario Odyssey is one of the other games I have that are in cartridge. I have Breath of the Wild as well, which is a cartridge, but yeah, I'm going to be doing Pokemon Scarlet. It's currently 2:43 in the morning at November 22nd, 2022. These are my two profiles. Coyote Brown was a color of pants that I saw while I was working and I was folding it, and I just decided to call myself that. I know it may seem like I'm just trying to cash in on all the hype here of this game, but I mean, in all genuine honesty, I just started playing it, and I was originally going to Let's Play Ocarina of Time, but I figure, I'm doing this just, to play games. So, this is just the game I'm currently playing, so I figure, I might as well just Let's Play it. I got it on release day, and, I know it kind of well, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I know it's not a perfect game, but anyways, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So you start the game by just customizing your character. These are the different kinds of hairstyles. One thing you should know is that certain hairstyles aren't going to allow you later on in the game to wear certain kinds of headwear. So, and this is important to know because you're probably going to have to spend like $3,000 on a haircut in-game. So you want to go ahead and make sure that you pick one that you like. If you even plan on having headwear, if not, then it doesn't matter. But you want to go ahead and make sure you pick a hairstyle that'll be able to have a hat. I like the long and straight personally. I think it's one of the better hairs in the game. But I know the slicked back allows you to have a hat, so that's just going to be the hairstyle I'm going to be going with. These are the different kinds of hair. I'm not going to be making this character look anything like me just because I like to have fun with stuff like that. I thought I would... Oh, that looks nice. Just going with Scarlet on Scarlet. I was thinking I would make the character try and look like me, but the reality is like these character features look nothing like me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just do whatever the hell I feel. Yeah, I mean, it's Pokemon Scarlet, so I'm gonna go with Scarlet hair. I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, I went with Scarlet. My girlfriend bought Violet. Typical couple thing, right? You just buy opposite Pokemon games. These are the different kinds of eyes. Those very eccentric kind of styles. I'm going to go with the more relaxed look, just because I think that's cool. And I usually just go with straight up black eyes. You could pick different colors. The first time I played through this, I had actually gone with the long straight, and I'd given my character green eyes and red hair, just because I thought that was cool, It's like, just go wild with the game. I don't see you have to really give yourself any restrictions. I mean, the whole point is customization. The eyebrows, you don't really get a heck of a lot to really deal with. A lot of it is just one specific style that increases within 3 sizes. You could obviously pick different colors for the eyebrows and stuff. It's very much just your basic like customization me kind of Second Life kind of game, or at least in the beginning that's how it feels. You can even pick different mouths, which I think is pretty weird. I mean, I don't exactly know how old this person is. It's pretty much a mixture between high school or college, so I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, you can just pick their lip color. Dare I say, make them look like a whore, even though they're children, which is a little strange for Nintendo or Game Freak, whoever these people are. We got beauty marks. I originally wasn't going to put a beauty mark, but I'm just like, I don't want to judge. I don't want to make this look like the perfect character, so, because everybody's got some slight facial imperfections. Nobody's perfect, right? Not like the way the game wants us to think, so we're going to go ahead and put some blemishes. I mean, not that blemishes make people's faces imperfect, it's just, I'm trying to make a statement. Would you like to go with this look? Yes. I would like to go with this look. And I guess that's it. You change the hairstyle, you change your look, and you begin the game. Fades to black, fades open, and then you get enrollment application, because Naranja Academy. Hope I said that right. Whenever you see now saving on the screen, your progress is being automatically saved. You can disable autosave in the options menu. So you can autosave or you can practically save. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Don't get the wrong impression. I don't know everything about this game. I'm only Let's Playing it because I'm just playing the game, like, in my own spare time, and I just figured, you know, this is what I do, so this is what I'm gonna do. Taking lessons from tradition, growing stronger and greater. Look at that statue. Look at that little alfalfa he's got going on there, huh? What the heck? Growing stronger and greater. Oh, you gotta push A, dude. It's time for you, too, to dive into the world of Pokemon. Oh, there's that girl who likes us. She's gonna be following us around in the beginning. She's basically just like the person who guides us through the beginning of the game. And here's Director Clavel, head of Naranja Academy. Yes, I actually knew his name before the text popped up. Palladia's sprawling region, bursting with lush nature and magnificent landscapes. It is also, of course, home to the mysterious creatures known to us as Pokemon. They reside here in great numbers, in fact. Why does it take so long for the arrow to come on screen? That's kind of weird. Anyways, yeah, the text boxes are a bit annoying in this game, but whatever. It's pretty creatively beautiful. Pokemon can be found living all over in the seas and the skies, even in our cities and towns. We humans coexist with Pokemon, as we both help one another to live and thrive. Naranja Academy is here to help you learn even more about these precious partners. Within our halls, people from all regions gather to study together. And as Pokemon trainers, they have their Pokemon do battle growing alongside them. That's cool. While our robust curriculum of coursework helps our students draw forth their fullest potential. It seems like this entire beginning part of the game is just propaganda to join Naranja Academy and study Pokemon. And then look at all these clever little Scarlet children, or, I mean, adults. You know, this is a university, and they say academy, you know, and I'm an American, so I don't really know what academy means. All I know is high school and college. Not to say that all Americans know this, I just know this. You know, I'm not very culturally aware. Anyways, Pokemon Scarlet, that's the game I chose to buy. If you buy Pokemon Violet, then you would have a different legendary pop-up, and go through pretty much that. There are some slight changes between Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, such as the legendaries, but also some of the bosses even look different, and you won't be able to interact with players who have Pokemon Scarlet. You can interact and traverse the story together, but you won't be able to do certain parts of the story together because different versions of the game prevent you from really interacting in that part, but you will be seen in some of the cutscenes from the other players. Honestly, I like the multiplayer capabilities of this game. It's very straightforward, and boom, just like that, the legendary is just here, and we're gonna interact with it, and we get some Donkey Kong-esque freaking parrots just flying forward. I'm sorry. Look at that house. You know, this reminds me of, like, Paper Mario and, like, every other just, like, clean-looking game. I mean, Paper Mario's not, like, clean. It's paper, but whatever. This game really reminds me of Hey You, Pikachu. I know that's, like, really far out there, but that's, like, the first Pokemon game I ever played, so it just very much has that vibe. It's not even a mainline Pokemon game, but it's just my only reference. And then here we are. We got this this ginger kid. I'm sorry. Like, I don't look like that, but this is what I chose. Oh, nothing wrong with that. Anyway, so you start the game staring at your window, and doesn't this just look beautiful? I mean, I can't even believe that this is the same person who was Let's Playing on a broken N64 emulator, and now just got a 4K capture card capturing the newest Pokemon game. Like, alright, let's do it. This is a God-given assignment. So you walk on over here to the kitchen to meet your mom. Yeah, you got a little squirrel there. Not actually even too sure what the name is. Good morning, Steam Genie. Oh, already in your uniform and everything. Well, it is your first day at your new school, after all. I'm so excited for you. Still, you might want to cool your engines before you go racing out the door. The school contacted me and said that you're supposed to wait here a little while longer. Their words, not mine. Apparently, there's something very important for your first day that still hasn't arrived. Ding dong! Exclamation point. Maybe that's the very thing we're waiting for, Steam Genie. Get the door, would you? Sorry. I'm just trying to fit in all this dialogue here. I'm sorry. Where are you going, dude? That's not the door. The door is over here. Literally is the front door. Even a cutscene happens. I'm sorry, that was a waste of time. Do forgive the intrusion. No, the gameplay is not delayed, I'm just slow. On behalf of the Academy, I must apologize for the late arrival of your enrollment documents, and also for my delay in introducing myself. I am the director of Neuralanger Academy. You may call me... Oh. The director? You came in person to help with my son? Well, I'm responsible for the entire academy, including any failures on its part. So here are the last enrollment documents that you should already have been delivered to you. God. Goodness, you really needn't have. Since you've come all this way, can I at least offer you a cup of tea? Ah, no need to trouble yourself. Steam Genie, I've got a thing or two to discuss with the director here. Why don't you head back up to your room and finish getting ready for school? You'll need your bag and your hat as well. Now, Mr. Clavel, you simply must join me for a cup of... Well, how can I refuse such a kind offer? I always thought that was kind of weird that those two associate. It's like, where's my dad? I don't think he'd very much enjoy that. But then again, this isn't America. Anyways, so you go up the stairs and you head back up. Now, this kind of threw me off because I thought I had to head into the closet here, which is what I proceed to do again for some strange reason. It just says how it's your own wardrobe, but your clothes are actually over here by the bed, and they'll be sparkling. It's not like you knew that. You know, they said get ready for school, so my first instinct is to go to the closet, but it's stuffed by the bed. And it's just like, you know, I probably should have paid more attention to the foreground, but it's just like, well, you know, why are you telling me to get clothes, you know, that aren't in the closet? It's... Anyways, you can press the X button to open up the main menu, select the save option from this menu to save all the progress you made on your adventure so far. When you open up your bag, you'll find some... Ah! Damn it! Oh well. Anyways, so that's it. You're ready for school. You got your bag and hat. That's like all you really needed, honestly. I gotta be honest, I dislike the hat. I dislike the bag. I'm not a Gucci guy, you know? I'm more like a, you know, polka bag kind of guy. Yes, the uniform of our storied academy suits you quite well indeed. Oh, gracious, how very careless of me. I had entirely forgotten that I have something else for you, Master Steam Genie. A most important thing. But your living room is hardly the place for it. Would you care to follow me outside? Oh, I can't... I wonder what this important thing might be. Let's follow the director out and see, shall we? I'm trying too hard. I should just read it. You know, if I don't keep up with it, it's whatever. Yeah, there's significant loading time sometimes. But hey, that's in every game you're gonna play. Alrighty, so we come outside where Director Clavel introduces us to our starter Pokemon. And these are the Pokemon pretty much everybody knows. You got Fuecoco, Quaxwell, I think is in Quaxley. I said everybody knows their name. Sprigatito, the grass cat Pokemon. Spur. Fuecoco, the fire croc Pokemon. Craw. And Quaxley, the duckling Pokemon. Pomp. Yeah, Pomp for pompous. Look at that pompous haircut. And me and my girlfriend don't really like Quaxley. It's just a thing. Just look at that hair. It's pompous. Actually, my first playthrough, I picked Fuecoco, but you know I'm already picking Sprigatito. I mean, I want something different. I don't want Fuecoco again. This is the second time I'm playing through it. And honestly, the second playthrough, I feel like I understand the story a bit more, and I kind of appreciate more of what's going on, because I was just so overwhelmed by the graphics and the... You know, because I'm some schlup who's playing, like, Battletoads on his NES, buying Game Genie, like, he thinks that that's the newest thing. You know, to see this game is just like, oh my god, you know, like, this is orgasm in a box, you know? I mean, holy damn. This is incredible, this game. I mean, you get a phone, a smartphone, but I mean, you know, it's just art reflecting life, or whatever it is. You know, what is it? Art reflects life, and life reflects art. Art imitates life, that's what it is. Anyway, so a lot of people are going to be really disgruntled when they find out how slow you start the game. And a lot of people, I read, can't figure out how to start the game running. Well, that's because the game really just starts you walking. I feel like in real time, they want you to just kind of sit here and actually think about which Pokemon you're going to get. As if you weren't thinking about it before you got the game. It's not like anybody who buys this game isn't into Pokemon, you know, or knows everything about it, or saw some leaks, you know, so, but the game realistically just wants you to think about which starter you want, but I've already made up my mind. I'm getting Sprigatito. The flying taxi service can take you to some places you visited before, so that's when you go onto the map by pressing Y, and you'll notice that the Pokemon centers will have wings on them, which you can then fly. That's pretty much what that is talking about. So you're pretty much going to be walking up until this point right here when it gives you the direction to run. And then throughout the entire game, you're just going to be running. You're not going to be walking that slow. I mean, in the beginning of the game, you're going to be walking pretty slow. Pokemon will catch up to you. You don't have to stop and watch. You know, you're going to be running pretty much the entire game. Anyways, this is an important cutscene because this is where we meet our counterpart for the rest of the game. Or at least, you know, we meet someone who's going to help us, or help introduce us to the rest of the game. Hey, where'd those Pokemon go? Oh, they're all just getting into scene like some reality TV show. Freaking Quaxley. Always gotta focus on his hair. At least Sprigatito's with the wild, with the nature. Smelling every flower, enjoying every minute. And Fuecoco, our comedic best friend, eating pears and boiling them, or frying them, or, you know, grilling them. Probably grilling them, you know. Frying would involve butter, and boiling would involve water. Are you these three's trainer? Yep. There she is, Nemona. Not quite Master Steam Genie has yet to make his choice, you see. I read that so weird, I'm so sorry. This is a beautiful game. I do wonder which of them he will choose as his first Pokemon. They should make fun of Fuecoco. God, that is so surreal how they look at that. Oh my god. They just look so real. I forget what the word is. It's gonna kill me. Buenos, haven't we met before? Sorry, I'm gonna sound super white pronouncing the Spanish. Hang on, Director. Is this who I think it is? Yes, this is our Academy's newest student, Master Steam Genie. He will be attending as of today. So you're that kid who moved up in the road. I've been dying to find out more about you. I'm Nemona. Normally I live in the old school dorms, but home is here. What do you say, new neighbor? Want to be friends? Sure. Love that enthusiasm. We're gonna get along just fine. Miss Nemona is president of our student council and a champion-ranked trainer. I absolutely love Pokemon battling. In fact, we should battle right now, you and me. Easy now. You two will be in the same class, so you have plenty of time to battle later and get to know each other better, of course. We're gonna be neighbors and classmates? Nice, we'll be... On that note, Master Steam Genie, have you decided which of these Pokemon you would like to be your first partner? Yeah, I want Sprigatito, even though it looks like I'm bending over to see Quaxley. But the game, you know, wants you to confirm your choice. It's not like, you know, you walk up and you pick it and it's immediately yours. It will ask you, do you want Sprigatito? Spur! Of course I want Sprigatito! Would you like to give Sprigatito a nickname? Yes. We're gonna give it the most basic nickname of all time. Are you ready for this? You're not ready for this. Actually, you probably already know what I'm typing. Leafy. That's right. Leafy. So stupid. But that's all I could come up with. So obvious. Aw, oh my god, look at those lips. So pink. I didn't realize that they would do that. Oh, man. Oh, that's weird. Sprigatito seems to have taken quite a liking to you, Master Steam Genie. These are your first Pokemon. And of course, be sure to keep it tucked safely inside of a Pokeball. Steam Genie, I can't believe you actually chose Sprigatito. I mean, like, way to make the perfect choice for you two. You make such a good combo. Which she will say no matter who you pick, whether it's Quaxley or Fuecoco. An interesting kind of tip to know is that actually Nemona and Director Clavel actually don't pick the same Pokemon depending on which Pokemon you pick. When I picked Fuecoco, Clavel had gotten Quaxley and Nemona had gotten Sprigatito, but since I chose Sprigatito, Nemona actually picks Quaxley. And Director Clavel is left with Fuecoco. So it's not always going to be consistent who you're fighting in the beginning with Nemona. And Director Clavel will just take the one that's left over. And there's Fuecoco. Sorry, Fuecoco. Anyways, after you go through this whole cutscene, you're just going to have to meet Nemona on the beach. But don't worry, if you don't know where that is, you'll see the exclamation point on your mini-map, and you can always just press Y to figure out where you need to go. See? Challenge Nimona on the beach. There's actually a Pokemon there to the right. The map does show Pokemon within the region, and if you go a bit deeper into the story, it'll show you all this stuff. But yeah, all this red is Pokemon centers, which you'll be able to fly to later on in the game. And here we go. We go to the beach to fight Nimona, our first battle. It's basically just to train us for the inevitable, which is fighting so many Pokemon and so many trainers. Anyone could be a Pokemon trainer as long as they have Pokemon, and it's our duty as trainers to help our Pokemon grow stronger through battle. So you ready to battle me, Steam Genie? I mean, I don't understand why I wouldn't be. It's not like, you know, there's anything else for me to do. It's only on my map that I have to be here. What am I gonna do? I trust you remember that Master Steam Genie is woefully inexperienced in Pokemon battling. I was about to send out one of my usual partners right off the bat. I guess I'll take this chance to try out my new buddy instead. Why would you try out someone that is, like, good? You know? Why wouldn't you use the new one you got? Why are you so evil? Nimona, like, jeez. You're challenged by Pokemon trainer Nimona. She's just so anxious to start Pokemon battles. I don't even think she likes you, man. I think she's actually just more obsessed with Pokemon battles. And I think she's slowly finding attraction in you because you just... I was gonna say you beat her so much, but that's actually terrible to say. You know, but you beat her so much in Pokemon battles that she slightly builds attraction for you over time. Because you represent everything she wants to be, which is a masterful Pokemon trainer. A strong Pokemon trainer. Anyways. One thing I didn't really understand when I first started the game is that the 3 moves you're equipped with literally just help you understand the basic movements of the game, which are going to help you build strategy up against different Pokemon. Now right now, we've got 2 basic moves and 1 defense, which will lower the other opponent's statistics. Now, it's pretty much good to do that first, I would think, to go against... to lower their statistics before you made a move, that way it would become more effective, but it doesn't entirely matter how you do it. I'm sure any other Pokemon, you know, pro will tell you how to properly fight against battles. Look at how enamored she is with you after you beat her. It's just so wrong to say that you beat her, man. Like, don't say that! You beat her in Pokemon battles! Like, finish your sentence. You've got even more potential than I thought. You're gonna be a strong trainer for sure. But now I want to try a different strategy. Let's go again, just one more battle. But Director Clavel is not going to let that happen. Because he is woefully inexperienced. Sorry, I got kind of caught up in the excitement and all. I'm really sorry, Steam Genie. Same to your Sprigatito, too. Let's battle again soon. I mean it. Oh, definitely. We'll definitely battle more. Just using the same word twice in a sentence. Oh, it's just funny. You bet, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Since you're new to training Pokemon, there's an app you definitely need. You have a smartphone, right? Let me see it for a second. The Pokedex app was added to your Rotom phone, right? You don't even need, like, a Pokedex, which is just reflective of a Game Boy. Now you just get an iPhone. I mean, Nintendo was always innovating the game. Or dare I say, Game Freak. You know, because they made the game. It's just being produced on Nintendo. Kind of like how Battletoads was produced by Rare and just released on Nintendo. Ooh, filling by a Pokedex by hand? No, I suppose you can't. You see how passive-aggressive he is? Towards this next generation of people? It's like he really looks at the new generation. He's like, I was around when you had to write this stuff by hand. Which I guess has some connection to Arceus, because I know Arceus is like pre-technology and stuff, and you have to find Pokemon by hand and stuff. Which is a game I really need to try out. I bought this just to get into it, and I'm fairly pleased with it. You know, I mean, this is definitely a good Pokemon game. It runs a little jank, but you know, it's a lot of fun. It's just visually beautiful, you know? Maybe I ought to make a little bit more time to work on my Pokedex along with my battling. I like how she gets inspired after this interaction to think more about her Pokedex. It's a very, like, real human kind of thing, you know? That it's like, oh, imagine filing it out by hand? I should work on my Pokedex. It's like, that's a real human interaction that I didn't notice until watching this for the third time. We got $300 in money, which is great. And this is just how you access your Pokedex and get involved in the statistics. When pressing the plus button, you'll look at your Pokemon that you've registered in your Pokedex, and you can check that Pokemon's habitat, which is really cool, and where they spawn the most. It's really cool. You just push the minus button to access your Pokedex, and you get all this information. It's really, really convenient. Like I said, didn't really play too many Pokemon games prior to this. I mean, like I said, my biggest reference is Hey You Pikachu, but, you know, in terms of just, is this a good game to start getting into Pokemon? I would say so. I mean, it is the newest one. Not that that means anything, but it looks great. And now we're going to leave our mother to start our journey. The hen from the nest, or whatever it is. That's right, ma'am. Leave it to me. I'll take care of your son, even though we're the same age. I'll act as a mother figure in replacement of you. Oh, no, that's weird. Now we're getting Freudian in here. Add in your new friend Nimona, and it sounds like a fantastic life. Nah, your mom's really supportive. Now you'll be staying in the school dorm, so I want you to promise me you'll eat proper meals. Here's a bit of spending money to start off with. I also packed a lunch for your first day. The ideal living, personified in Pokemon. A mother who cares for you. A sandwich. Well, that's going to come in handy later, but we'll get to that. You obtained 5 potions. Well, thanks, Mom, for giving me potions and medicine. I mean, that's pretty smart. Being given medicine by your mom? What the hell? Why is Pokemon smarter than my parent? Nah, imagine. But if you ever want to come back home, you know your bed is always ready for you. Thanks, Mom. You know, I really appreciate the hospitality. Like, you're my mother, and I love you. And I know my new mother figure will take care of me too. Nimona. Your mother's so nice, Steam Genie. She is. She really is. Oh, but I was going to teach you how to catch wild Pokemon. Come on, vamos. I always thought it was Vamonos. This way, but I guess they're trying to be original about it. So, once you've done that entire beginning part of going through the cutscenes and picking your starter Pokemon and fighting with Nimona for the first time, you're now going to follow Nimona to fight wild Pokemon, which this part's very important because you're going to want to grind in the beginning of this game because you're going to start having battles immediately, as you saw with Nimona. So it's important that you fight as many Pokemon as you possibly can. I don't in this playthrough because I'm trying to just get through the game. Hence why the text boxes are going by so quick. Out here, things are different than in town. You're going to see wild Pokemon out and about. They'll be on the path in the grass and such. Get too close to one and you'll have to battle, but you've got Sprigatito for that, right? And if you want to try to catch a Pokemon, you gotta use a good old Pokeball. I've got tons. Have a few. You obtained 5 Pokeballs. You put the Pokeballs in your bag's Pokeballs. What? Is that really what it said? I think it just went by too fast. I don't know why I'm speeding through these text boxes, man. Like, slow down, dude. Anyways. What I find interesting about the beginning of this game is that eventually you learn to just push the R button to let the Pokemon eventually battle each other, but I find it interesting how the game just thrusts you immediately into a battle without allowing you to have that control. It's very much a tutorial in the beginning. It doesn't really allow you a lot of freedom, but just enough, you know, within a controlled enough environment. So I've got a level 6 Leafy already, Sprigatito, fighting this level 3 Pig. Gotcha! Lechnock was caught. So depending on what happens in this scenario, whether you decide to catch the Lechnock or defeat it, you will get different things from Nimona. So by catching it now, I am going to get some Pokeballs, and I'm going to give it a funny nickname. Because why not? We're going to call this Pig's Breath. We're going to test the limits of the Pokemon names together. Because you know what's interesting? You can name a Pokemon beer and tobacco. We'll get into that. Pig's Breath has been added to your party. Good. I'm happy about that. And then look at that. That's a pretty good feeling. It feels like your Pokedex is almost filled. So yeah, we decided to catch it, so we're just going to get more Pokeballs from Nimona. But if we decided to do something else, then we would have received something else. I don't entirely know off the top of my head what that was, but I'm sure, you know, we'll figure that out at some point. So you put the Pokeballs in your bag's Pokeballs. I mean, that's literally what it says. Bag, obviously. Weaken the Pokemon and throw the Pokeball. I mean, it really is a game that anybody who's never played it, you know, can get into. I mean, it's pretty rudimentary at first, if anything, I'd say. Pokemon you see wandering in tall grass caves and elsewhere are wild Pokemon. When you run into a wild Pokemon, a Pokemon will begin battle. Excuse me. Had to burp there for a second. You can also start a battle by looking toward a wild Pokemon and throwing one of your Pokeballs at it by using the ZR button. Isn't that a helpful tip? Head to the lighthouse. But before you do that, this is an RPG, so you should grind. But honestly, this is a pretty nice RPG, because if you compare it to something like Super Mario RPG, right, where you get into the battle, or even just an earlier Pokemon game, you get into a battle, and then you do that little cutscene where it goes like, dun, 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 dun. This is kind of cool, because you just walk up to them and then you start battling them. It's almost like, you know, just the next generation of RPGs right here. It's just very interesting, and it's open world, and you can grind. I mean, this is all just very much important to the gameplay. I mean, this is literally what you're going to be doing in the game. You're just going to be wandering, you're going to be following objectives, and you're going to be grinding to level up your Pokemon. So, I mean, this is Pokemon, guys. This is just the game. You know, this is just what we've been doing for 40 years, you know, but it just looks amazing. But it can run a little jank, and we'll get into that. It runs mostly jank in the villages. This game runs beautifully elsewhere. So I also want to collect as much Pokemon as possible, because I do want to fill out the Pokedex, but I also want to have a good enough team to be able to defend against the Pokemon later on in the game, which is just pretty much what you want to do. You know, you want to collect as much as you can, and you want to grind. I mean, I don't want to repeat myself. Let's just give this Tarantula a nice name. Spidey. That's a cool name. No, it's not. It's stupid. Why don't you have more imagination? Oh, this Pokemon's cool. What was the name of it again? Ah, yes. A Hoppip. Awkward name. But still, a beautiful Pokemon. I'm pretty sure we could defeat this with ease. It's a level 3, we're a level 6. I mean, this is just what you do. You grind. I usually like to throw in a bit of the Tail Whip, but I'm gonna go ahead and use Scratch. Wild Hoppip used Tackle. Damn. Yeah, it's like barely putting a scratch on me, to be perfectly frank. I mean, it's just not doing anything. But nothing happened, you see? So we're just gonna go ahead and probably throw a Pokeball. It is easier to just push X. You can just go into your bag and pull out a Pokeball and try it, but you know, just push X. It's just easier that way. Gotcha! Hoppip was caught. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Not hell yeah. Heck yeah. You know, trying to do a clean playthrough. You know, with Conqueror it was different, but this is Pokemon. Registered. Hoppip's data. Would you like to give Hoppip a nickname? Yeah, I would actually. We're gonna call him Onion Head. See, he looks like an onion. Boom. New Pokemon has been registered. Great. Got a Hoppip leaf. Oh, man. We're gonna fight the pig again? Dude, I don't want to fight the pig again. But I guess we're gonna have to, because... Oh, hey, Bite? That's new. I didn't see that there before. Damn! Got some Dracula teeth coming at you now. That's really effective. Damn, Sprigatito's really strong. Fuecoco's not that strong in the beginning, I don't think. I mean, you get Bite. Like, Bite's pretty effective. Like, like, when I was doing my other playthrough of it, I'd only really seen that move being done by Pokemon later in the game. That's pretty impressive. So you're going to want to go ahead and roam the land and pretty much pick up anything that's illuminating on the ground. Because that could be pretty much anything from Pokeballs to medicine to revives, anything. You're not really going to be able to jump until you acquire the legendary, so if you see something on a hill like this, you're just going to have to walk up. Oh, and by the way, you can do this cool spin thing here. If you go really fast, then you just spin. It's a weird little feature, but you could do it. Yeah, and it pretty much feels like Breath of the Wild, but I guess that's pretty generic, you know? Because it's like Arceus felt like Breath of the Wild, but like unfinished. This just feels like a more finished Arceus, I guess. But then again, Arceus is like more reflective of like the older times in Pokemon, so I think it's pretty much just how it was designed. Here's a Scatterbug. We don't have this yet. I'm gonna try and not really fight Pokemon that I've already fought. I'm just gonna try and like fight the ones that are new, but that's not always gonna be so easy because you never know what you fought or what you didn't. But hopefully, like watching these playthroughs and doing these playthroughs, it's gonna be easier for me to like kind of tell what is what. Scatterbug. Yeah, just collect some Pokemon in the beginning. When I first started this, I'm like, I don't want any of these Pokemon, but it's like, you know, collect it, just get a team going. You could always trade them later with like people online, you know, and you'll get some cool stuff. So it's really not that bad, you know. Just get through the game. Just get through the beginning of the game, and then you can travel the whole world and find any Pokemon you want. It's basically like Pokemon Go in the metaverse. I'm gonna call it Scooter, even though like Pokemon was before the metaverse. It's just like, oh man, it's just so meta of it being meta. It's so meta of itself. It's like, it's just so meta. Ugh. Anyways, so you get close to the lighthouse, you get another cutscene. Hey Steam Genie, you getting the hang of how to catch Pokemon okay? Let me see. So far you've caught... Whoa, what was that? I've never heard that kind of cry before. Could be some strong Pokemon or something. I say we find whatever made that cry. Let's take a look around. Just be careful. And I know your Rotom phone can keep you safe, but watch those cliffs anyway. Now, this is where it gets a little embarrassing, right? Because you're supposed to go down there. But for some reason, I just go up to this lighthouse. I do it twice. I did it in my first playthrough, and I did it in this playthrough. I don't know why I went up there. It was a little ridiculous, but anyways. Don't go up to the lighthouse. Oh, and there's some illuminating stuff here on the ground, so... Excuse me. Oh, that was brutal. That was disgusting. You know, we're gonna have to pick some of that shit up. Yeah, I'd probably get McDonald's if I didn't eat a whole sleeve of Oreos. So you go over here and there's a cutscene, and no, again, I'm just slow. The video's pretty in sync. And this is it. This is the moment. You know, like, this is where you find the legendary. Like, look at that shot. It's beautiful. Reminds me of Mario Sunshine, honestly. Oh no, he's being... dogs. Grrr! Blah, blah. Annoying poochers. Good thing the legendary can defend themselves. Oh no, it growled so hard. I fell. I mean, that's really what happens. I mean, I'm impressed. Oh, the phone. The phone saved him. That's actually amazing. I can relate to that. I got lost in the... Whoa, look at those textures. You see that? The sky was perfect, and now it's like... Yeah, now it's gone. Oh my god. And now he's just super shiny. Oh, this is weird. Yeah, they really gotta fix those textures. So you see the legendary and you give him Mom's sandwich. I almost didn't want to give the sandwich because I'm like, oh, my mom gave me this, you know, it's for school, but I mean, this is Pokemon. You probably should give your sandwich to the legendary Pokemon. I mean, you've never seen a legendary this early in the game before, so might as well feed it. Nom gom nom. Look at those feet. Pretty good autistic design. And you know, one thing I never noticed, it's like, oh look, like its chest and back aren't puffed out. It's just kind of in. Well, that's because it's super weak right now. I like the design of the Scarlet Pokemon. You know? I think people prefer the Violet one because the Scarlet one has like those, you know, it looks like wheels, but it's not. But I think it's okay. I swear I've seen this Pokemon before, but this is totally brand new, apparently, you know? Arceus! which is like not even what it sounds like. It sounds like a snake. Whoa. It becomes a shiny non-shiny. Yeah, see, and then when it's super strong, it's its fullest form. It's got its tail, it's got its chest all puffed out. I mean, it looks pretty sick when it's standing. I mean, I bet they imagined it standing like this. I mean, damn, I've already seen this twice so far. I can only imagine how it looks in Violet, but... we're reaching 41 minutes here in this playthrough. The next part of this is going to continue inside of the cave, and we're going to traverse the rest of Pokemon Scarlet. Thanks so much for watching. If you reached the end of this video, I'll see you next episode. Wow, way to mess up the ending, guy. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good one.